Good afternoon. I wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we are meeting this afternoon, the Ngunnawal people, and pay my respect to their leaders, both past and present. I want to start by thanking the Chief of Air Force, Air Marshal Davies, and the Air Power Centre for the invitation to address you today. The Chief of Army, Lieutenant General Campbell, has asked me to pass on his apologies. He's currently travelling overseas. The title of my presentation this afternoon is The Army in the Post-Digital Age. An alternate title for my presentation might be The Rise of the Combat Geek. I'm guessing, looking around the theatre today, a sea of blue, that there might be a few closet geeks amongst you. I'm guessing that there are even more out of the closet geeks amongst you. But now, back to the official title, The Army in the Post-Digital Age. Post-digital, I hear you ask. I'm deliberately setting a stretch target for our conceptual thinking about the imperatives, opportunities and challenges which confront defence leadership right now and in the decades ahead. Notwithstanding the frantic catch-up that Army is embarked upon to achieve the essential reality of a networked digital force by design, supporting the better distribution of information that MINDEF spoke about this morning. We are kidding ourselves if we think this is our ultimate destination. Consider the work being done today by people such as our Australian of the Year, Michelle Simmons, on quantum computing. It may well be a few years, or it might be many decades, before the outcomes we seek in this area are realised. Either way, when it arrives, the change will be transformative for the way we think about warfare. Which takes me to the bit about geeks. Whoever stated the geek shall inherit the earth was probably quite right. In the high-tech world of our most likely future, there is no doubt we will still need some muscle-bound, crack-shot, adventurous, courageous men and women to do the difficult things that no one else wants to or can do. This is what the Australian Army soldier has always done and will always do in the future. War has been and will remain a fundamentally human endeavour. But maybe in a post-digital world, we might be able to significantly enhance the effect and reach and scale of our combat soldiers through the application of technology. Given the challenges associated with a small force defending the largest island continent in the world, this is a very attractive proposition. Don't get me wrong, this isn't happening tomorrow, although the technology is maturing. Our adoption of it will take years, if not decades. And I think that the requirement for dirty, dangerous and demanding tasks of combat soldiers will not ever go away. But as we seek to protect, empower and support our soldiers to achieve their mission, the manner in which these dirty, dangerous and demanding tasks are executed will change profoundly. In the future, I believe robotic autonomy, artificial intelligence and other fantastic scientific and engineering advances will provide alternative ways to do many of the hazardous, difficult and repetitive things our combat soldiers do today. In some circumstances, possibly better. And for those tasks where technology alone cannot do that task, and there will be quite a few, our combat soldiers will be increasingly aided and enhanced by those same technologies. This will, I think, require a differentiated set of thinking skills for our future combat soldiers. More interestingly, perhaps, these technologies may well allow service-minded, patriotic geeks to serve in our army and perform well in many previously aligned combat tasks. Your physical conditioning, how many push-ups you can do, or how much weight you can carry on your back may become increasingly irrelevant in the age of robotics and physical augmentation. And if robots, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing technologies figure large in the ADF, as they must if these technologies develop and proliferate, our workforce must change to reflect where the application of Australian humans to the conduct of warfare will bring the most benefit. These might be in previously unknown roles: the combat robot psychologist, mission coding specialist, operational data miner. They may well be future trade titles. And on the battlefield in the future, the urgent shouts for medic and gunner may instead become shouts for geek, quick, we need you. This brings me to the imperatives, opportunities and challenges for defence leadership coming out of the rise of the combat geeks. The Deputy Chief of Army, Major General Rick Burr, has a favoured phrase: leadership makes the difference. It is the glue that holds it all together. Leaders empower and create capability by bringing people and technology together. As leaders, geeks or otherwise, we exist to make a difference. In the post-digital age, this will likely include recognising the tempo and rate of change in technology, understanding that change and the possible applications of the technology for our purposes, training and configuring our workforce to deal with new technology, and perhaps recognising that our future young workforce may be better adapted than we, the leaders, are. Are we prepared to be listeners, to be managed upward by the digital and quantum natives of our emerging ADF? In particular, we will have to recognise, understand, manage and lead the cultural workforce impacts of the rise of the geeks. Soldiers who might be able to remember 28 computer passwords but not the name of their commanding officer, and have more friends on Facebook than in real life. Isaac Asimov being regarded as more useful than Clausewitz at Staff College. And World of Warcraft games rather than rugby games during garrison sport afternoons. On a serious note, the rise of the geeks will require a profoundly different way of thinking about the relationship between our people, the capabilities we offer them, and the manner in which we prosecute warfare. It will require deep thought about how we treat the legal, moral, and ethical risks that the increasing application of autonomy and AI will bring to the operational space. The challenge for Army in all of this, and for the young military professionals who will join our increasingly high-tech force over the next few years, is identifying, then using the shifts in human technological interaction to enhance Army's mission effects. This, of course, must happen without dilution of the vital moral, social and cognitive aspects our people bring to the fight. The partnership with the Joint Force, the whole of government, industry and wider Australian society, and the understanding we develop together about the possibilities and the challenges is going to be vitally important. In conclusion, the post-digital age will be defined by continuity and change. The need for joint effects over multiple domains will be the continuity. Change will be the possibilities enabled by new technology. The exponential development of new technology and its application to warfare is inevitable and assured. The success of the Australian Army's leadership and that of the broader Australian Defence Force in leveraging the opportunities afforded by technology is neither inevitable nor assured. Leadership is the key. It will be the glue that holds the force together in the face of massive technological changes coming to our capabilities and our people. We must work harder to listen and understand the impacts that are coming and comprehend the true impact of the rise of the combat geeks. Technical dystopia or warfighting nirvana, where we end up will be a factor of our success or otherwise in embracing the change which is coming. And as we ponder that, I will leave you with a thought offered by Bill Gates. Be nice to geeks. Chances are you'll end up working for one. Thank you very much.